What's going on, everyone? Like the title suggests, this video is going to go over how to convert from kilograms to pounds, and then towards the end I'll go over a little bit as well of how to convert from pounds to kilograms. But I want to go this direction from kilograms to pounds because it's a little bit of an easier method as far as the math, so I want to go over that way first. And I know a lot of people have trouble doing this kind of conversion, so I kind of wanted to provide an easy way to make the conversion, kind of help you all out. So what we want to do is try and make this as simple as possible. That way it can be easily done in your head and you don't have to bring a calculator with you or go on your phone on your calculator app or like on Google and try and make the conversion or pull up any chart. So a lot of people do know the conversion. They may know just 2.2 or they might know further. 2.2046 pounds gets you 1 kilogram. All right, we want to, like I said, keep this as simple as possible. So what we can do is we can knock off this extra stuff that's going to make the math more difficult, and we're going to keep it simple and just do 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. All right, so now to make this conversion, we want to use a two-step process. The first step is going to do this 2 part, and then the second step is going to do this 0.2 part. All right, so we'll use an example to go over it. So to start off with an easy example, we'll start off with 100 kilograms. All right, and we want to do this 2 part. So what we're going to do is multiply it by 2. So multiply by 2, and that gives us 200. All right, then we want to do step 2, and that's going to be getting this 0.2. So to do the 0.2, imagine you're drawing a line right here, knocking off this first number. All right, and what we have on the left side is 20. So we're going to add 20. And that gives us 220. So 100 kilograms is going to get you 220 pounds. All right, it might be slightly different than this, 220 point whatever, but we're not worried about that. We want an easy method to convert to get us as close as possible. If we're within a pound or two, that's good enough, because we're just trying to get an idea of our head if we're picking attempts or warm-ups or whatever like that, what we want to do. So this gives us close enough. All right, we don't need to be exact. All right, so there's the two-step method. You multiply by 2, and then you knock off the first number, and whatever's on the left side of that imaginary line you're drawing, you add it to that number that you just got. All right, so we'll go over some other examples. So we'll start with a lighter weight and we'll work our way up. So another example we can do is an empty barbell is 20 kilograms. So what we do is we multiply by 2, and that gives us 40. Okay, then we draw that imaginary line in our head, and we see on the left is 4. So we add 4, and that gets us 44. So a 20 kilogram barbell is 44 pounds. All right, which is basically are very similar to a 45-pound bar that we use typically in the States. All right, so we'll do another example. We'll go to heavier weight. So let's go up to 205 kilograms. So 205 kilograms times 2 gets us 410. All right, then you draw that line. So you're knocking off that 0, you're left with 41. So we're adding 41, all right? And you get 451. So 205 kilograms gets you 451 pounds, all right? So that should be a very simple method, and especially for a lot of the easier numbers, like 100, it's very easy to convert. 200, very easy to convert because the math just becomes that much easier, times 2 and then plus 2. Once you start getting to some of these other numbers like 205, it might just get a little bit more difficult to do 410 plus 41, but still pretty damn easy. And then for the other numbers, the bigger numbers, it might just take a few more seconds just to do the math in your head, but you can figure it out pretty easy. Like I said, also, you can go the other way. It's just going to be a little bit more complicated for 2 reasons. One being, to go the other way, you have to divide and subtract, which I think is a little bit more difficult than multiplying and adding. And then the second thing is, since the competitions are going to be in kilograms, and unless you're chipping a record, it can only be a 2.5 kilo jump. So once you make that conversion where you divide and subtract, then you have to figure out if you're going up to the nearest 2.5 kilograms or down to the nearest 2.5 kilograms. So an example of that would be if we have 220 pounds. All right, so now we're going the other way. So we're going to divide by 2. And that's going to give us 110. Okay, then the second step is going to be subtracting. All right, so we're going to knock off that first number. So we have 11. And we subtract it. So then you're going to get 99. Okay, so 99 kilograms gets you to 220 pounds using the simplified method. All right, like I said, then you can't turn in 99 kilograms unless you're chipping some kind of record. You either have to go down to 97.5 kilograms or up to 100 kilograms. And just to show you the reverse way, if we went with 100 kilograms, like I said earlier before, you get 200 and then you add 20 and then you get the 220. So you can see by doing it in either direction, you're going to get slightly different numbers, and that's just because we're simplifying the math. So we're just going to be slightly off here in pounds and slightly off here in kilograms. But that's why if you do it this way, it's good enough to know what kind of weight you're using. And if you're doing it the other way, then here's just like that extra step of figuring out, okay, do I want to go down to the nearest 2.5 or up to the nearest 2.5? But this gives you an idea. You go, okay, 99 is about 220. So if I go to 100, it's not that much more. And in reality, it's very little more when you do the actual complete math. So you can do it either way, but I would say start with the practicing from kilograms to pounds. Whenever you see whatever weigh on the bar in a competition, warm up, or in a gym, if you have kilogram plates, just practicing your head. Multiply by 2, draw that imaginary line, knock out that first number, add it to what number you just got, and then that will give you the pounds. And kind of once you practice that and you get familiar, start memorizing the common kilogram weights and what they are in pounds. And then you can always focus on practicing going the other way, where you divide by 2, subtract, figure out what it is in kilograms, and then from there you can adjust up and down to what exactly you need. All right, so I hope that helps you out, and everyone gets a little bit better at figuring out how many pounds they got on the bar at a competition. All right.